everyone, welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium. My name is Aarti and I hope you all are doing good. So if you're also planning to give upcoming CIB November 25, then this series is very important because this is your Manthan series where we are completing concepts and we are revising by solving MCQs. So today is our day 2 and today we are going to start with your Module A, Unit 2, that is your planning. Yesterday we have seen about basics of management. In that we have completed different contributors and along with that we have also covered different types of theories and approaches. Now when we talk about management, they have so many different functions and the first function is their planning. Now what is this planning? What are the different points we need to remember in this particular unit or chapter that we are going to see? So let's start this session. So first let's talk about the definition of planning. Now planning means what? Planning means you are deciding in advance. Yes, what you need to do in upcoming time period. So that is what planning. You are deciding in advance. Like you are now planning to give CIB November 25. So you are making strategies. You are planning how you are going to cover your concepts. Yes, so that is what you are also doing, planning. Same in organizations, managements are responsible for making this plan. And when they are regularly making this planning, they are understanding the budgets, they are identifying the responsibilities, they are making managers responsible for different activities. So that is what planning is. So you can see planning is what? Deliberate process where you are going to involve detailed analysis and contemplation before undertaking a task. Before you implement your task, you are going to make your planning. Yes, when you decided to give CIB November 25, what is the first thing you have, what you did? First thing you have starting with the analysis. You must be asking your colleagues, you must be asking with your seniors or who have cleared already CIB, you must be discussing with them. Yes, how they have prepared it, what strategy they have opted, which course they have applied. Yes or no? So the same thing now management is also doing. They are doing detailed analysis. Correct? They are identifying how we are going to take which step. All steps they are identifying. So that is what? Planning before implementing. So that you can save time and effort by preparing a thorough execution and implementation plan. Correct? Because you already know which steps you need to take. So at the time of implementation, you can save time, you can save energy and you will be focused only towards only towards your important task. So this is what? The definition of planning. Now, next thing is basics of planning. Now, in this basics, first let's talk about planning. So planning is what? A process of fixing objectives. Now, objectives means what? Objectives means specific targets a business wants to achieve. So this is what? This is the specific targets which business wants to achieve and finding ways to accomplish them. So for achieving your task, for achieving your objectives, you require planning. Correct? So this is the proper definition we can say as given in your ABFM book. Now, coming to the next, that is importance of planning. Now, what are the importance? Why we are doing this planning? First thing, you can set your goals. Yes. This helps in goal creation. You want to clear this November 2025 CIB. Your friends want to clear JAIIB. Your colleagues or your office mates want to clear IABF certification course. So means they are setting plan. So planning helps you to identify goals. The next provides direction. What steps, how you are going to clear this attempt. The same thing businesses are opting. Yes, which is the next step? Half yearly, what is our target? Monthly, what is our target? Weekly, what is our target? So that helps in direction also. Then tackles uncertainty. Uncertainty means when you are not sure about situation. Yes, you can take the example that is COVID. So during COVID time, how to tackle? How to manage your organization. That is also you can complete with your planning. Then promotes innovative ideas. What are the new inventions? What are the innovative ways through which we can cover our goals? Then facilitates decision making. How you are going to take the decisions. Yes, who is responsible? Here you can identify responsible person who is going to complete and who will take the decision. And generally, who takes the decision in your organization? Always the decisions are taken by your top management, and this middle and lower level, they are following whatever the decisions taken by top level management. And finally, you can see the controlling part. Controlling means whatever plans you have made. Yes, so plans will give you blueprint. Plans will give you what? Ultimately, this will give you blueprint. So at the time of implementation, when you start your working, yes, at the time of implementation, if things are not going on as you plan, if steps are not going on as you plan, then you will take here corrective action. And this corrective action will lead to controlling the things. Yes, and last is your discards overlapping and wasteful activities. At least here you know who is responsible for which activity. So you can avoid the duplication of the work. So this is what discards overlapping and wasteful activities. So these are the importance of planning. Now, coming to the next, now this is important. Yes, this is very, very, very important. And in your exam also, they have asked this SMART full form. Now, what is this SMART? Whenever you are planning, so we want a SMART goal is a carefully planned, clear and trackable objective. You want SMART goal. Yes, now SMART goal means what? That needs to be specific, measurable, A means attainable, R means relevant, T means time bound. So this is the full form of SMART. So your goal needs to be SMART. Specific goal you need to identify, you need to measure it, that needs to be achievable goal. Yes, and not any random goals you are creating. So you need to make sure that whatever goals you are planning, objectives you are planning, that is attainable, that is achievable. Then relevant to your industry, relevant to your organization. If suppose you are working in Geo, yes, so Geo is providing what? Telecommunication. Yes, networks. So if they are taking any decisions related to telecommunication, then that is relevant. But if they are taking decision like how to manufacture shoes, so is that relevant for them? The answer is no. So that is what relevant decisions we need to take. And finally, time bound. Some practical goals and targets you need to create, which you can achieve in your limited time period. So that is what SMART goal you need to create. Chaliye. Now, next, again, this is very important topic. In exam, they have asked question based on this MBO. MBO means management by objectives. Now, management by objectives, this is the phrase given by Peter F. Drucker. We have seen yesterday also so many contributors. Now also you can see one more contributor, that is your Peter F. Drucker. Now he gave this management by objective. In which book? That is the Practice of Management. Okay, so this is the book, and who gave this phrase management by objective? That is by Peter F. Drucker. Now what is this MBO? Now MBO refers to what? Now MBO refers to the procedure in which your management and your employees, they all are coming together, they all are working together so that they can achieve your organizational goals. Just think about once Ambani's, they have taken the decision to start Jio, but if the employees are not supporting, so can they be successful? No. Yes, so to become successful, we want support from our employees also. And if employees are supporting but managements are not taking proper planning decision, so again things won't be in a positive way. Yes, so always your management who are making decisions and your employees who are implementing that decisions, they both need to work together so that they can achieve your organizational goals. And that is what MBO means. So MBO means this involves management and the employees working together and establish, record, and then monitor the goals for a particular period of time. Now we have some processes. The first one is you need to set the organization objectives. What is the objective of GO? Yes, first you need to set that. Then set individual objectives. Means what your employees' objective. Your employees wants appraisal, yes, promotion. So how they can achieve it? When they are completing the task. If employees are completing the task, they are performing very good. So of course management will provide you promotion, incentives. So first you need to set the organizational goals. Then you need to give individual employees task. And then and finally when they're achieving this, so you can see your organizational goals are also achieved, your employees' goals are also achieved. Then finally you can measure it. Yes, whether they have actually achieved it or not, or only in books we are talking. So you are going to measure the performance. Based on that, you are going to understand what standards we have given to them, what targets we have given to them. And finally, if they have performed very well, then you are going to see promotion, incentives. Yes, along with that, you can see completion of organization goals also. So it is the combination of both the parties, that is your management and employees, so that you can achieve your organizational goals. So this is about management by objectives. Now, so today we are completing very important topics, and all these topics they have asked in your exam. Correct? So make sure you are revising this again and you are solving the MCQs, which I'm going to share soon. So let's continue with our next topic, that is our environmental analysis. Now remember one thing, whenever you see this environment term, whenever you see this environment, okay, so if you talk about, suppose, Tata company. Now, if we talk about Tata company, yes, and this is their factory, okay? So, this factory, there they have employees, they have management, yes, everyone is working within the factory. Now, when we talk about within this factory, that is also environment. Correct? So this factory environment is known as internal environment. This factory environment is known as internal environment. But this startup companies are going to affect by government policies, yes, RBI norms, yes or no, and by political factors, correct? So all these factors which are coming from outside, so that is going to be external factor. So means in environment, you are going to include internal factor as well as external factor. So you are going to see two types of factors, internal factors and external factors. So whenever you see environment term, remember this point, internal, external factors. So let's read now. Environmental analysis. Now this refers to the process of examining all of the factors. Now both internal, Tata factory, inside Tata factory, yes, and external, political party decision, RBI norms, yes, economy, all these things which is affecting from outside, that is what external, that have an impact on the performance of organization. So of course, what your management is taking decision, how your employees are working, so this will affect your decisions. This will affect your performance. Again, what decisions or what policies schemes are given by this government, political parties, again this will affect your business. So by both the factors, that is internal, external, you are going to see the changes, the impacts in your organizational performance. So this is the definition of environmental analysis. Now, the most important thing here, we have steps. In exam, they can ask you direct question based on steps. Yes, we have identifying, scanning, analyzing, and forecasting. Identifying means what are the factors. Yes, what are the factors you have? In your internal, what are the factors? In external, what are the factors? This is what identifying. Then you are scanning, you are identifying how they are impacting. Yes, how all these factors are impacting. And then you are making here conclusions. You are making here reports that this are the, you can say, impacts on our organization. And finally, how you are going to plan. So these are the 4 steps under your environmental analysis. Number 1, again I am repeating, identifying, scanning, analyzing, and forecasting. These are the 4 steps in case of your environmental analysis. But for understanding, for doing this analysis and scanning, we have few steps. Like the first one is your PESTEL analysis. Now again, this is important. In exam, they have asked the full form of this PESTEL. They have asked the individually also they can ask what is the meaning of this PESTEL. Any alphabet they can use and they can ask the question. So this is again important. Now, when we talk about PESTEL analysis, this is talking about external factors. Yes, this is talking about external factors. Now, one by one, let's talk about it. First, P means political. Political factors means when your government is making some schemes. Yes, they are making some policies. Correct? So that is what political factors. Now, next is you have economic. In economic, we are going to talk about inflation rates, interest rates, GDP, yes, tariffs, foreign national economies, local and exchange rates, unemployment, all about your economic activities. So this is your economic factors. Then you have socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors means how your employees, what culture they are following. Yes, in what language they are using. Because see, if you want to set any company, yes, so if you are setting your company, suppose in Gujarat, so you need to follow Gujarat culture. If you are setting your company in South, you need to follow their culture. Otherwise, employees are not going to work with you. Yes, you require support. You require, confidence of your employees. And how that will come? When you are supporting their culture, when you are accepting their culture. So this is again very important factor, because ultimately organizations are using whose resources? Employees' resources, correct? Human beings' resources. So if they are using their resources, so they need to pay it off also. Now when they are paying it off, so they need to follow some factors also. Like what? They need to understand what local languages and which side they are setting their factory, which is their dominant religion there, then the time, age, lifespan, all these things you need to understand from external point of view. So this is your socio-culture factors. Then next, technological factor. Now this is very easy one. Like when we talk about Nokia company. Though once upon a time we can say Nokia was a leading company, but because the management was not ready to acquire the new changes. They were not ready to acquire the new changes. That is the reason in now today's time period we cannot see Nokia. Correct? So as a management, as your organization, you need to adopt new updated technologies as much as possible. So this is about technological factors. Then legal factors. Now in this you need to follow the regulations, the policies made by your regulatory bodies. Like when we talk about RBI, when we talk about SEBI, all these are your regulatory bodies. So as an organization, we need to follow this rules and regulations given by your regulatory bodies also. So this is your legal factors. And with this, you can see the last one, that is environmental factors. Environment. Now, when you are purchasing raw materials, you are taking from nature, correct? So you need to make sure that you are not depleting, you are not doing deforestation, you are not harming, you are not polluting this environment. So that is the reason now you can see now companies are shifting towards from brown sector to this green sector. They are supporting sustainable energies, correct? They are supporting non-renewable, they are supporting renewable energies. That's why you can see electronic vehicles, correct? Not only we are running again and again this petrol and diesel. Now even governments are also supporting if you're purchasing this EV, electronic vehicle. So all these things are leading to what? Environmental factors. So this is your E again. So we have two types of E, economic and environmental. Economic talks about your GDP, interest rates. Yes, environment talks about what you are providing to your environment, how you are using sustainable products in your organization, or which type of a product you are manufacturing, which is not harming this organization, this environment. So this is about your PESTEL analysis. Okay, so again, let me tell you. P means political, we have seen. Then E means economic. Then S means socio-culture. Yes, language. Then religion. Then this is technology. Then E means environment. And finally, L means legal, where you need to follow RBI, SEBI, regulatory laws and regulations. So this is about PESTEL analysis. Now, quickly let's start and solve few questions based on this. So the first thing you should do when you start planning something is to dash A, set goal for yourself. B, evaluate alternatives. C, find out your strengths and your weaknesses. D, examination of results from the past. So the first thing, what you are going to do? You are going to evaluate the alternatives. Alternative means what are the options? Yes, suppose when Jio wants, this Reliance company wants to start the Jio company. What is the first thing they need to set? First thing they need to set this goal that they want to start one telecommunication company, not alternatives. Yes, alternative means options. After setting goal that yes, we want to start Jio, how we can start? Are we going to start with any partner in a partnership, or we are going to start by forming any different company? All this they are doing. So this is what? This is evaluating alternatives, and then they are finding out their strengths and weaknesses, correct? So examination is also going to be your last part. The first thing you need to do is set a goal for yourself. First thing you need to start with setting goals. So correct answer is A. The next, PESTEL stands for A, political, economic, social, technological, environment and legal. B, political strength, economic, technological, environmental and legal. Political strength, economic threat and environmental, legal. In this option, threat is your wrong and this strength is your wrong. Yes, this is socio and this is your technological. Political, again, this is your wrong, then remaining are correct. Now, political, economic, social, technological, environmental and legal. So correct answer is your answer A. Then next, what does the S in SMART goals stands for? Sustainable, strategic, specific and simple. So S means specific goal. Yes, Reliance want to start Jio company, telecommunication company. So that is a very specific goal. So the correct answer is answer C. The next, what is the primary purpose of PESTEL analysis? Now, this is your homework question, everyone. attempt this and share your answer through the comments. Okay, you can take a screenshot or you can pause this video and you can tell me the answer for this question. Chaliye. And next thing, if you want to join my Telegram group for the updates, for your relevant information related to ABFM and daily any revision if you want to do based on MCQs, then you can join this Telegram group by scanning this QR code, and you can see the Telegram link also on our chat section. You can use that link, and if you want to purchase any batches like Increment Pro batch which we are starting tomorrow, you can use this coupon code, that is Y895. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. we are starting our ABFM for your November, December 25. So make sure tomorrow you are joining live at 7 p.m. and let's complete and let's clear ABFM in this November-December attempt. So with this, now I'm winding up this session. Thank you everyone for joining. Take care and bye-bye.